Welcome back. If this is your first time here on this channel and you experience any kind of issues with playback, please check out the link in the description to my mirrored account on BitChute.com, redpill_Mackenzie. Now in today's video, we're picking up where we left off. We're now in week 2 of April 2018, high-level resignations, talking CEOs, COOs, CFOs, heads of state, police chiefs, you name it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week. And where do I get these names from? I get them from a site called resignation.info, maintained by Resignation Anon. And despite the meme I did just show you, there are actually a lot of good people on this list. Not everyone on this list is a bad person, so not everyone's going to be indicted. Check out the link to the indictments if you want. There's also a feature on this website to where you can report the resignations. If you have the link to that news article, it's real easy to submit it. Once it's been verified, I'm sure it'll be up. And the great thing about that is if it's been verified and added to the list, you might see it on the next resignation show. It's every other Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. German time, and they go over the last 2 weeks of notable resignations. And so the next show, it's February 3rd, and it's hosted on a channel called In Real Life News. So I'll put the link to their channel in the description so you can sub to them and make sure that you don't miss the notification to the actual show. Now that all that's been covered, let's get to the names, shall we? We have the CEO to Deutsche Bank in Germany, John Cryan, fired. We have the Deputy CEO to Deutsche Bank in Germany, Markus Schenk. We have the National Security Council spokesman to the White House, Michael Anton. We have a leader to the Socialist Party in Hungary. We have the president to the Jobbik Party in Hungary. We have the speaker to Somalia's parliament, Mohammed Osman Jawari. Lawmakers accuse him of abusing his power and blocking constitutional reforms. We have the chairman to the King County Democrats in Washington, Bailey Stover. After internal trial on harassment allegations, he resigned. We have these members from the Nobel Prize Committee in Sweden. Pause if you need to read the names. You have the chairwoman to the New York City Housing Authority in the U.S. You have the CEO to the Weatherly International in the UK, Craig Thomas. You have the CEO to Salmar in Norway. You have the CEO to the Bank Sohar in Oman, Sasi Kumar. You have the CEO to J.R. Simplot Company in the U.S., Bill Whitaker, retired. You have the chief to Bluffton Police Department in South Carolina, Joseph Manning. After his recent selection as chief of police in Serville, Tennessee, he resigned to take that up. We have the director and chairman to fund that company in the U.S., representing approximately 60% of the issued and outstanding shares of common stock of the company. The director and chairman also sold all approximately 44 million of his shares of his common stock to Crypto Ventures Capital Inc., a Florida corporation. We have the CEO and VP to Telia in Sweden. We have Homeland Security Advisor to the White House, Tom Bossert. You have the Deputy Secretary to the National Security Council in the U.S., Megan Badash. We have the Speaker to the Ohio House, a Republican, Cliff Rosenberger. We have the CEO and President to Rosetta Genomics in the U.S. We have a board member from Ammo Inc. in the U.S. We have the CEO to Gizmodo in the U.S., Raju Narasetti. We have the CEO to Financial Advisor Standards and Ethics Authority, the FASEA in Australia, Dean Sanders. You have the CEO to the Huisman Equipment BV in the Netherlands. You have the CEO to Axis Bank in India, Chika Sharma. You have a director to Rusal in Russia, Ivan Glassenberg. You have the president to Queen's University of Charlotte in North Carolina, Pamela Davies, retired. You have the chief to the Arcata Police Department in Ohio, Tom Chapman. You have the president to Verisk Analytics Inc. in the US. We have the CEO, the Tengelmann Group in Germany, Karl Erevan Haub. He's missing after went missing after the 50-year-old failed to return to his Swiss resort after a day of skiing on Matterhorn Mountain. We have the CEO to Cambridge Analytica in the UK, Alexander Taylor. We have pastor to the megachurch in the US, Bill Hybels, resigned amid refuted misconduct allegations. Retired amid refuted misconduct allegations. And he's also a former spiritual advisor to Bill Clinton. We have the National Security Advisor to the White House, Nadia Shadlow. You have a board member to Minnesota Public Radio in the US, Brad Anderson. He also resigned his board member position from General Mills, Waste Management, Carlson, and Mayo Clinic on the same day. We have the CEO and president to G6 Hospitality LLC in the US, Jim Amorosia, retired. We have the entire board from Youth Education and the Arts in Allentown Cadets in Pennsylvania, due to the whole sexual misconduct allegations from the coach or sports director. Pictured in that picture right there. We have the president and the chairman, the Focus Home Group Interactive in France. You have the CEO to Qatari in Pakistan, resigned following harassment allegations. You have the CEO, president, and director to the Muscle Maker Inc. in the US, Robert Morgan. You have the Speaker to the U.S. House of Representatives, Republican Paul Ryan. He did not run for re-election. We have the CEO to Salmones Kamchatka in Chile, that individual. We have the CFO to Remington Outdoor Company in the U.S., Steve Jackson. He will assume a similar position, but at a different company. We have a judge from Miami-Dade County in Florida, Sarah Zabel. Amid an investigation by the State Judicial Qualifications Commission, which examines allegations of misconduct by state jurists, she resigned. We have a judge from Nashua District Court in New Hampshire, Paul S. Moore, resigned after being investigated for reportedly forging job performance surveys. We have all of these deputies from the North Korean government. They reported to Kim Jong-un and they got fired. We have the Deputy National Security Advisor to the White House, Ricky Waddell. The CEO to 21 Vianet Group in China. We have the CEO and chairman to the AFP, Agence France Presse in France, Emmanuel Hug. We have the chairman to Tallinna Linna Transporti AS in Estonia, Enno Tam. You have the CEO to Black Cactus Global Inc. in the U.S., Lawrence Cummins. Mr. Cummins will remain as a director of the company. He will continue to serve as the Chief Development Officer as well. A member and the secretary from the Nobel Prize Committee in Sweden. We have the sports minister to the Sri Lankan government in addition to all of these positions. We also have the Minister of Social Empowerment and Welfare, the Disaster Management Minister, the Labor Minister, the Science, Technology, and Research Minister, and finally the Minister of Skills Development and Vocational Training. Again, all from the Sri Lankan government. We have the CFO, VP, and Treasurer to Falcon Store Software Inc. in the U.S. We have the VP to Citibank in the U.S., Robert Snake, found hanged in a Mexican hotel room. 32 people were fired from the U.S. Embassy in Cambodia. They were fired over allegedly sharing pornography, including some featuring people under the age of 18. They were shared in a Facebook Messenger chat group. All of them fired. We have the Deputy Finance Chair to the RNC, the Republican National Committee in the U.S., Elliot Broidy. We have the Vice Chancellor to Open University in the UK, Peter Horrocks. We have the CEO to Volkswagen in Germany, Matthias Muller. We have a board member to Schnage AB in Lithuania. We have a board member from Namaste Technologies Inc. in Canada, CEO and president to Nebraska Book Holdings Inc., the CEO to BioLace in the US, CEO to Brains Brewery in the UK, CEO to Donkey Inc. in South Africa. We have the chief to the White Pine County Fire Department in the US, Tim Woolever. The COO, and the CFO and VP to Ramco Gershenson Properties Trust in the US. We also have the CEO to WPP Group in the UK. These two partners to KPMG in South Africa. And finally, for this week, we have the CEO and president to Allied Vision in the US, Frank Grube, dead, age 53. Well, like I said, that was it for this week. If you liked, go ahead. Don't forget the Resignation show. The link in the description to In Real Life News channel so you don't miss that. Remember, February 3rd. And as always, if you like my video, please share, because sharing is caring. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Why not? That way YouTube has no chance of what kind of content of mine you get to see. I love all of you. God bless all of you. This is Red Pill McKenzie.